Welcome, adventurers. Today, we journey north to unpack one of the realm's most intricate and turbulent conflicts, the War of the Silver Marches. This legendary struggle between orcish kind, drow conspirators, and the allied folk of Lurua shook the very foundation of the North. Whether you're a DM craving plot hooks, or a player fascinated by deep lore, let's unravel its secrets together. Our setting is Lurua, known as the Silver Marches, a confederation of cities, dwarfholds, and outposts. Cities like Silvery Moon, Everland, and Sunderbar stood with dwarven fortresses such as Mithril Hall and Citadel Adbar, with their council led by figures such as High Mage Tairn Hornblade and King Bruenor Battlehammer. Their union, solidified in 1372 DR by the Treaty of Garam's Gorge, aimed to stand firm against marauding threats. Bruenor himself was instrumental in these talks, advocating for unity and, notably, the controversial recognition of Many Arrows as a sovereign realm. The Kingdom of Many Arrows, carved out by Obold Many Arrows, was initially a union of orc tribes in the spine of the world. Under successive kings, especially Obold 17 and Lorgru, they sought to civilize orcs and trade with their neighbors. However, this uneasy coexistence, sanctioned through the Treaty of Garam's Gorge, always teetered on a knife's edge. Despite efforts for peace, constant tension existed both within Many Arrows and between the Confederation's realms. Dissidents like War Chief Hartusk despised agreements with humans and dwarves, yearning for traditional orcish conquest. Meanwhile, border skirmishes with Uthgard barbarian tribes kept the region in turmoil. These fierce humans, with their ancestral mounds, often resisted orc expansion and raided supply lines throughout the war. Looming behind the scenes, the drow of Menzo Berenzan and House Zorlarin orchestrated chaos. Matron Mother Quenthel Bainry hatched a multi-pronged plan. Not only encourage open war, but also employ magic and subterfuge. This included sabotaging trade in Blingdenstone, further destabilizing the region, and previously tempting a Many Arrows vanguard into the ruins of Neverwinter, where the Aberlefic sovereignty ensnared some orcs, sowing further dissension. The war's opening act was magical, the Darkening, a vast ritual conducted by Archmage Subrak Sorlarin. This spell, gifted by an Illithid, blanketed the Silver Marches in twilight, banishing sunlight and empowering drow and orcish warriors alike. With perpetual darkness overhead, the North became a more perilous battleground for the surface folk. Quenthel's machinations bore fruit as she manipulated local frost giants and secured alliances with white dragons, Arauthator, and Auburngras. Together with the Many Arrows horde, these monsters unleashed devastating raids and laid siege to the Silver Marches. The Drow's blend of brute strength and magical stratagems exemplified Faerun's most dangerous alliances. Civil strife fractured Many Arrows as the war escalated. King Obold XVII was assassinated, his son Lorgru framed in the ensuing turmoil. In this chaos, Hartusk seized power with drow encouragement, redirecting the kingdom into an all-out war campaign and stamping out efforts at peaceful cooperation. The war erupted in 1484 DR. Nesme was destroyed when Tiago Baenre, riding the white dragon Arauthator, led an overwhelming attack. Sunderbar was occupied and renamed Hartusk Keep, with its surface population wiped out, though dwarven defenders continued to hold out in its subterranean sections until the war's latter days. Crucial strongholds, Mithril Hall, Citadel Adbar, Citadel Felbar, were besieged. At Adbar, King Brom, known for his steadfastness, fell victim to a cunning trick by the half-drow Dulmwheel Armgo and was slain by Hartusk. These losses threatened to crush the region's defenders. During these desperate months, the Argent Legion, Lurua's elite allied military, alongside rangers and local militias, mounted counter-raids and defended the countryside. Small skirmishes, often involving Uthgard barbarians as allies or foes, erupted along major rivers and protected key routes from drow and orc incursions. With Luruar's survival at stake, Bruenor Battlehammer rallied the fractured dwarven hosts. He invoked the Ritual of the March, a sacred dwarven tradition used to unite clans and muster every last able warrior. By spring 1485 DR, the Silver Marches mounted a unified defense, setting up decisive battles on the Cerbrin and in the Cold Vale. The pivotal Battle of the Cold Vale saw dwarves, elves, and humans break sieges and turn invaders back. In a legendary mid-air clash, Drizzt Do'Urden and Afa Frenforay, mounted on copper dragons, confronted Tiago Bainray and Tosun Armgo riding the white dragon Aubengrass. After fierce combat, Tosun and Aubengrass were slain, and Aratharta fled the field, weakening the invasion force. With momentum shifting, Bruenor led the Ritual of the March, its first steps forging a last campaign to retake lost ground. Flamerall 1, 1485 DR, saw a final assault. Dark Arrow Keep was seized, Hartusk was killed, and Lorgru, the rightful heir, was reinstated by his remaining followers, even as Bruenor's faith in Orcish nationhood had vanished. Concurrently, the magical darkness was lifted. Grumph Bainray, Archmage of Menzoberranzan, subverted Lolth's plan by secretly dispelling the darkening. Interestingly, Grumph cast the counterspell using Drizzt Do'Urden as a conduit, sparking debates to this day. Was Grumph guided by pragmatism, rivalry, or something else? Share your theories below. Though Dark Arrow Keep fell and Orcish armies scattered, conflict persisted. Bruenor, deeply embittered by betrayal and loss, razed the keep and exiled Lorgru's followers into the mountains, effectively dissolving the Many Arrows monarchy. Still, Many Arrows orcs remained the preeminent tribe in the region, refusing to disappear quietly. The end of 1485 DR did not see total peace. Orc skirmishes, scattered drow plots, and regional instability carried into 1486 DR, with the Silver Marches exhausted but ultimately victorious. The remaining orc threat only dissipated gradually, as their armies fractured and survivors retreated deep into the spine of the world. The cost for Luruar was steep. Sunderbar's surface was obliterated, its dwarves clinging to deeper halls awaiting reclamation. Dissatisfaction ran rampant through the League. Dwarven states, feeling abandoned and betrayed, withdrew. By 1488 DR, the dissolution of the Silver Marches left Silvery Moon and its allies fractured and vulnerable, their unity shattered as a direct consequence of the war. Throughout the conflict, Uthgardt barbarian tribes complicated every strategic calculation. Sometimes allies, sometimes another front in the battle. The Black Lion and Red Tiger tribes clashed with orcs and dwarves, defending ancestral lands or striking at vulnerable caravans. A wild card in the already chaotic north. The war's end transformed orc society. The Many Arrows Kingdom had proven that orcs could build as much as destroy, an ideal surviving in some orc and half-orc hearts even after their nation's collapse. A lasting suspicion from their neighbours, however, means DMs can use these tensions for intrigue, redemption arcs, or the resurgence of new leaders. For storytellers, the magical arms race between drow archmages and seasoned dwarven defenders provides ample hooks. The Darkening spell, drow subterfuge in Blingdenstone, and Aboleth involvement in Neverwinter are all threads for planar adventures, espionage plots, and lingering magical threats. And let's not forget the lingering political fallout. With dwarf holds and Silvery Moon sundered and Uthgardt tribes ascendant in local power vacuums, future campaigns might see new alliances, orc resurgence, or vengeful drow plotters, reminding us that peace in the north is always fleeting. Thanks for trekking through the War of the Silver Marches with us. Whether you're searching for campaign ideas, pondering orcish legacies, or eager to see which power might emerge next in the north, remember, the realms are ever-changing, and adventure always awaits just beyond the next border. Until next time, Lore Seekers!